Take advantage of the early bird offer and get ESPN Full Court on DirecTV. To order for only 4 payments of $27.50 each, call 1-800-GET-SPORTS or visit directv.com/fullcourt.
A Fox News alert on the left-hand side of your screen. House Minority Leader Nancy Pelosi, who as Speaker of the House at one point in time 3 years ago pushed through Obamacare, is now talking about it. Moments ago, she said she's pretty happy with the California numbers of enrollment so far, but she is very critical of an upcoming vote tomorrow in the House that might dramatically affect Obamacare. Let's take a listen.
A high consumer confidence time. We want confidence high then, and as well as year-end confidence in the markets and the rest, that we've removed all doubt that government will not be shut down, that we can find common ground, at least on a small package. We ought to just address it and find out if that's possible. And if it isn't, American people should have to know why. We do know that the sequester will, if it stays in place, will cost hundreds of thousands of jobs. By one estimate, 800,000 jobs. It must be lifted. By the comments of the Republican chair of the Appropriations Committee, the sequester does not enable us to meet our responsibilities to the American people. That's a Republican chairman saying that. So we need to lift that sequester, reduce the deficit, create jobs, grow the economy. We have initiatives to do that. We have urgency. And we have the time right now, but with only, 12 legislative days left? Is it 13? Very few legislative days left in this session. We should not be squandering it. We were off for 12 days. Isn't that unbelievable, leading up to a time when we're supposed to be doing a budget? Why were we off last week when we only were here half a week the week before? So, again, the clock is ticking, time is a-wasting, we have important work to do, and while they try to figure out what they want to do on the budget, which I hope is to work in a bipartisan way to have a package by Thanksgiving, we still have other issues to deal with. We have told over and over again, spoken publicly and directly to the Republican leadership, that the votes are there for comprehensive immigration reform. They can bring that to the floor. We have 191 co-sponsors, 3 Republicans, that's good. And another 28 of them have spoken now publicly that they would vote for comprehensive immigration reform. That takes us where we need to be to pass that legislation. And 199 co-sponsors, including, that includes delegates, so 195 voting members.
Well, after briefly addressing the issue of Obamacare, which is clearly the issue of the day, given the fact that the president in about a half an hour is going to be offering to the nation his fix, critics would say that this minority leader may be deflecting a bit by talking about the budget process and immigration reform. On the other hand, perhaps she doesn't want to preempt the president's announcement of his so-called fix. But we're going to continue to follow what's happening here, not only in Washington on Capitol Hill, but the White House is where the president will soon be speaking.
Yep, we're waiting for that 10:35 from the president. We'll bring it to you here live.
The new